Alright guys, we're back with another update video. Today is Tuesday, April 21st. It's 1:40 p.m. so the market's still open. A lot of big news that happened yesterday evening. USO or oil prices went into the negatives per barrel. So oil prices absolutely crashed. The other big news is Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea, is now incapacitated or in a coma. He had some sort of complications from surgery. So people think that sent the markets all across the world tanking because of just the uncertainty. But regardless, I mean, if you look at the entire market today, the whole market is down, not just USO or the NASDAQ or SPY. The entire market is down. I mean, if we take a quick look at SPY, SPY is down 2.5%. I mean, it did rally a little bit in the past hour or so, but it's down considerably compared to the past few days where we've been having rides up. The other thing is, if you remember from my last video, I had sold some AMD puts. So if we take a look at those not going to be doing so well, right? Because I needed AMD to keep going up, not come back down. So I had sold a $55 AMD put that expires on Friday for 67 cents, I believe. It's now $2.39, which is, you might think that's a good thing, but it's actually bad because I sold it for 67 cents. So now if I want to buy it back, I have to pay $2.38. So I would have to buy it back for more than I sold it for, so that means I'd get a loss. But I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to let it ride out because although it's in the money right now because the stock price dropped to $53 and some change, remember it has to stay above $55 by Friday. So if we rally the next couple of days before end of day Friday, this could still end up out of the money. Now the risk is that someone could choose to exercise my option and I could get assigned the shares right now. It typically doesn't happen, but it is possible. I checked my stocks a few minutes ago and it hasn't happened yet, so I still do not own any shares of AMD, but I am hoping that AMD rallies at least about $2 more or a dollar and some change and closes Friday above $55 so that I don't get assigned 100 shares. Now, if you remember, I also sold another put expiring May 1st, the week after, the week of earnings, for $53. So as of right now, that one is okay. But again, I need AMD to expire or to close end of day Friday, May 1st above $53 to prevent from getting those shares assigned as well. So if I do get assigned, I'll let you know what my strategies are. I'm just going to end up selling covered calls on if I get assigned the 100 shares or 200 shares. So I think my best case scenario right now is I don't get assigned at all, that AMD stays above $55 this Friday and also next Friday. But if I do get assigned one or two contracts, I'd like AMD to kind of hover around the 53, 54, in the low 50s, because that way I can sell a covered call. For example, let's say I did have 100 shares right now that I got assigned and I wanted to try and get rid of them on Friday. So I could sell, let's say my $55 option got assigned shares. So now I own 100 shares hypothetically. Well, I could sell a covered call right now that expires Friday for $123. So I could collect the premium and try to get those shares taken away or called away. So I would have made the premium by selling the put, and then it made premium again by selling the covered call, and then I would have done one complete turn of the wheel strategy. So that's kind of a nice way. That's what I'm aiming for, and that's why I think it's important to pick a good stock like AMD, because for example, if AMD just plummeted to like $30, then that $55 option, which I would have needed, right, because that's the one I sold the put on to break even. Technically, it's less because I collected premium, but just for argument's sake, let's say we pick the same strike price at $55. It was going to be worth such little money, right? Because, like, for example, the higher you go up, now you're only getting to the $16, $20, $26. So regardless of what happens, I need AMD to kind of hover around the, let's say, 52, 53, 54, $5, $6 price ranges. I mean, the higher it goes, the better, but I don't want it to go too much lower than like 50, 51, or I want it to stay in the 50s so I can still covered calls on it for a good amount of premium. That's just a quick update video. I'll let you guys know what happened this Friday and then next Friday. And then tomorrow, I'll keep you updated because remember we had some SPY puts that we bought as well. So we'll see what happens with the market tomorrow. I hope the market rebounds tomorrow and everything goes back up, because I also don't want to get us on the SPY puts. Otherwise, we're going to be in a similar scenario of having to sell covered calls on it. So remember to like, remember to subscribe. Feel free to drop some comments. I try and answer every question. And if you have any advice or other videos you'd like me to make, just go ahead and leave them below. Thanks a lot and happy trading.